Thanks for joining me. Fired up for success. You know, I want to talk to you about something that's an ingredient in what I see as most successful businesses. And it isn't something that you're going to see as a line item on your spreadsheet. It's something that comes from within, and it generates that passion to start your business or keep your business going. So if you're someone who's about ready to initiate a new direction in your business or actually start your business for the first time, or you're someone who's been in business for a long time like I have, and you're running into a bit of a slump, this is a perfect video for you to be watching. What I want you to understand is that fired up is at the root of all successful businesses. Now, let me share a story with you. Recently, I was talking to a coach consultant in South America who had dipped her toes a bit into her own business. And she was talking to me about making it a success. And she was sharing with me how she'd been part and joined a professional organization, and she'd gotten a degree, another degree, to up the ante on who she was. And she was in exploration about what she should be doing and what she should be offering. She was in what I call the pause mode for perfection. And yet, during our coaching, what I wanted her to do is get fired up for why she wants to be in business. Try out some ideas that fire her up, that she thinks is going to fire up her audience and her customers, and launch and test the marketplace. So you can choose to wait, as I've seen many people do, for the perfect stationery to come into being, or the perfect business card, or the perfect marketing package, or the perfect flyer write-up. And they're still sitting there waiting for perfection to occur. Because we're never going to reach perfection. There has to be a forward momentum, testing the waters, checking where your passions are and where they meet the passions of your audience. Now, you're probably thinking, yeah, that's for someone who's never tried it before, but I'm an old hat at this. I've been in business for a long time, perhaps like I have, for 30 years. Let me share something that happened to me just within the last year. So, I'm launching a new product that I'm very enthusiastic about, that I believe this new audience and this new industry is my next nirvana. You know the feeling. And I had attendees coming, so I was very blessed. Attendees came. And I'm in the room, and I'm in front of the audience, and I'm dancing the dance of what I believed would make a difference in their lives. And I was like a deer caught and frozen in the headlights. They weren't buying. They weren't on board. I was a total failure in my eyes. That's a pretty bad feeling, isn't it? Then, the very next day, I had a webinar to launch a new topic that I thought was entirely relevant to my marketplace. And it was the worst webinar I have ever produced, and I've produced a lot. So you have to know that I have been in business 30 years, so you'd think I'd have a lot of maturity under my belt. Well, this caved me in. I took to bed reading romantic novels and sipping Pepsis. That was my response. I completely collapsed myself. Until a couple of days later, I rose from the ashes. And I said to self, I'm not going down with a whimper. If I'm going down on fire, revved up, giving 120% of everything I own and am and believe in. And so I re-looked at my audience. I re-looked at the new marketplace. And for the next program that I did, I brought in some new techniques and some new methodologies that worked and are now part of my business arsenal. So out of the ashes of failure, I fired myself up, tapping into the passion of why I started my business in the first place. So yes, I collapsed myself a bit, but you get the picture, don't you? Success doesn't come from sipping Pepsis and reading romantic novels. Success doesn't come waiting for perfection to occur. Success comes when you tap in to the purpose you were created to do and dig deep and boost your thinking and your products and your beingness to the next level, which is where you're supposed to be. So, I imagine those of you who are listening to this, some of you are in frozen. If you are, share with me what that frozenness feels like in the comments below, because I'd love to go into dialogue with you. Or if you're seasoned like I am, talk to me about in the comments below how failure has kicked you into higher gear, and that without responding to failure with a fired up spirit, you'd be dead, dead, dead. So I want you to know that you're either passionately alive and fired up about your business, or you're in entropy, where your business starts declining and you're wondering why. Share with me your fired up experiences. Thanks so much.